Hi folks, as promised, a video just to show you the changes I've made to the Expanse weather controller. And one of the main changes is obviously the Expanse Sky asset, which has updated to 1.5 with its new preset system and the interpolable preset system for smooth transitions. So I've implemented that in the following way. I've uploaded, I've added the Trusted Manhattan scene, Brad's favorite, into the Expanse weather controller prefab. That's this one here. If you drag that in, unpack it, and then everything should be set up for you. I've tested all of this on vanilla installations of Unity, and everything seems to be behaving as it should. Any issues, please let me know. Anyway, here we are, the Expanse weather controller. So what we have is a new checkbox, which is the use Expanse interpolator. So when we check this, all the presets in the preset system will be using the Expanse preset. So if I go, for instance, here, we cannot uncheck this because if we use this system, all the weather transitions need to use this system. The other option is to go back to the legacy, which I will show you in a minute. But if we look at the new one, so we've got the preset browser here, and whatever we pick in the preset browser will basically show up. That will be the chosen preset for the system, and you'll see that cloud preset here. So let's just stick to the antithesis. Antithesis. Nice word, nice word. So what we can see is when we've chosen this, I've got a preset for all the other presets as well. I've got a clear sky, which I made up myself, which is in the preset folder. You can see them here. Those are the ones which I couldn't really quickly find anything suitable in Brad's preset system. But as I said before, my artistic skills aren't that great. I'm more of a nuts and bolts kind of person, and everybody will have their own preference with regards to what kind of sky they like and what they class as an overcast or foggy. So I would advise everybody to make their own presets and use them, assign them into the preset system, which, like I said, can either be done with the preset browser or the usual way, the usual Unity way. Anyway, I've got one assigned to all of these. These are all pre-packed into the demo scene. They're all there. So what I'll do is I'll just demonstrate. So here we are. And our first, obviously with the new preset system, basically what it does, it starts preloading the interpolable, and I'll just bring it up, the interpolable cloud volume. And as you see, when I pick a preset, it gets assigned here. So this is how Brad's system normally works. Now there was an issue, Brad made a mapper to map different presets to each other, which you can then save and then reload into here. So basically what I've done is I hacked into that, thanks Brad, and I'm actually creating it on the fly. So that way you don't have to do your mapping yourself and assign them, because there's too many differences. If you start adding weather presets and you need to start the computations to go between different transitions, you would have to have so many prefabricated assets. So I had to think about it and I hacked it, and basically what it does is on the fly. So when I go now to, for instance, overcast, it automatically makes maps the two chosen um, presets, creates it on the fly, loads it in, and that is what is used as the second the target preset. Again, if I go back to cloudy, you can see So this all happens behind the scenes, but it makes for a smooth transition because if you use the mapper yourself and you follow Brad's video, you can see there is, if you just go from one preset to the other, due to the different tiling, etc., there could be issues there. So it seems to be working all right. I think there's still a little bit of tweaks to be done, possibly on my side and on Brad's side to the interpolable system, but yeah, it's working all right for the time being. The progress based transition time I've hooked into the Expanse weather controller transition speed. So whatever is said here, that's the transition time for the interpolable system as well. I hope that is sort of reasonably clear. So what I'll do is I'll just show you that the legacy system, the way it was working before, is still present as well. So if I switch this off, and now I go, for instance, to cloudy again, and this is the old system where you can set up your presets how you want them. And then, for instance, so now all the presets are using this system. Also need to remember that if you wish to change a preset, you need to enable it, otherwise the changes are not saved. So once we're completed, we go back to here. So now we're back to the legacy system. And you'll see if I now pick, for instance, cloudy, you've got that transition time running in, which is something I'll be looking at if we can do that with the interpolable system from Brad. But this is the way the old system works. You can see I've increased the transition. As soon as you pick a transition, now it will transition to it, and the sound will be fading in and out in the background. Again, I'm not an artistic kind of guy, so my presets might not be to everybody's liking. And you know what? Maybe I can start a little new section on Discord for people to post their own preset settings for some good clouds, etc. Anyway, the other thing I done was on the Expanse controller. I'll just go back to the cloudy, which demonstrates it quite good. Is a global wind slider. So basically, here we can set the global wind speed and the direction as well. And this ties into the TV vegetation engine scripts as well. So when this wind speed and slider will affect the direction of bending and the speed of bending of TVE, which we'll touch up in a minute. The other thing I done was I put in a blend prefab. So if we go, for instance, to the light snow, we see here a new prefab. This is the blend prefab. And basically, when this is chosen, for instance, for light snow and for light rain, I've got the blend prefab. So the only thing I do is change the section here. So whatever you want to use as a raindrop, for instance, for light snow, I have light snow raindrop. For rain, I've got that. But basically, just to demonstrate it, is what happens is in the past, I was transitioning out of each. So, for instance, to go from light snow to light rain, I was transitioning all the way out and then come back in with rain. But now it actually sort of fades in from one to the other. So, if we go, for instance, from light snow, and then we go to, well, let's go to light rain. can see a nice transition there from rain to snow. So that's another thing which I changed. I obviously added a demo scene, which is all preset with the which what I'm basically showing right now. I've made a new. I'm working on a terrain shader at the moment. I just managed to get the Amplify shader package at a good discount. So I'll be using that to adjust my terrain shader, which I started on, and I'm also improving the mesh rain and snow section to drop rain and snow on meshes inside the scenes. Vegetation engine, I think we'll have a quick look at that. I've got a vegetation engine scene, so I'll just hide Brad's Lower Manhattan, and I will bring in the vegetation scene. Just a bit of playing just to make things a little bit more interesting. So what I have now, it's in the Expanse weather controller. We have under the integration, we have the vegetation engine. Basically what you'll see here is what is installed in the system. So when the system starts up, it checks if the vegetation engine is installed, and if it's installed, you'll get this box here. So if we click that, we'll get the vegetation engine script is added below. So what we do is we've got the different sections here. So we're using the wind. So we update Expanse weather controller global wind from the TVE. So that could be that TVE would be driving the Expanse weather controller, the clouds, speed and direction. We've got update TVE from Expanse weather controller global wind. So the Expanse weather controller global wind, speed and direction drives the TVE wind speed and direction. We've got global wetness. We've got the update overlay, which is most cases it will be snow. Update seasons. And if we click the use EWC preset transitions, the preset transition speed for TVE will be the same as the transition speed which is set in the Expanse weather preset. So I'll quick look on TVE at the global seasons. And I've got the season element. I've added the season element under shaders, third party for convenience, so you don't have to set it up yourself. You just drag it into the scene. I've got some assets from the vegetation engine, and here we've got the seasons. So this is tied in obviously to Expanse weather controller seasons. And again, my artistic flair is probably leaves a lot to be desired, but you get the drift. So first quick look at the wind speed. So we have got update wind TVE from EWC, so the TVE wind speed. So if I just bring up just to show it a little bit better. You can see the tree is bending in that direction where the clouds are running. Again, all the bendiness, etc., can be set in the TVE material properties, but yeah, it is working. The other thing is as well now, so if I just switch this off and we'll just run the game itself, we can see the snow and the possible wetness in action. Oh, I'll just have to reset my camera. There we go. And there we go. So basically what if we go to, for instance, to the light snow preset, we've got this section here. And for light snow, I've got 0.8 as an overlay intensity with a transition time of 20 seconds. TV overlay color, so I've obviously white for snow, but that could be, you could try and deposit anything. You could deposit anything on there, basically. There is no issues with that. So if I would pick a light snow and I go to the, just to see it in action under the TVE, we can see the overlay is starting to come in. And if we go from light snow to, for instance, well, let's just fade out from it first. So whether or not you get snow falling, etc., will is all set up. You can all set up in the individual presets. So for instance, in the light rain preset, I've got for the TVE, I've got the wetness increased and the snow to 0. So if I, for instance, would pick light rain and we go to the wetness, we can see the wetness increasing here. I'm just going to hide my plane. I think the plane is it's easier to see on the rocks actually. You can see the wetness on the rocks there. So if we go back to cloudy, excuse my video skills of taping videos because this is definitely not my forte. So we can see that is working as well. And what else did we have? We've done the overlay, we've done the season, and obviously the global motion, which is tied into the wind power, which I showed you earlier on. Um, let's see if I've forgotten anything. No, I think I've covered most of it. Basically, what is still outstanding for me to do is the extra cloud planes I've got built in. I've actually separated these out into their own game objects because the height of the cloud planes, etc., is now dependable on the object that the script is parented to. So that's why I had to split them out. Preset browser, etc., is working in a texture plane and a procedural plane, but I still need to tie in the procedural plane properly for transitioning. It's definitely high on my agenda, and I'm hoping to have that done within the next few days. I hope this is sort of cleared a few things up for everybody, and yeah, look forward to improving everything a bit more. And I hope this video got you going. Cheers.